Hello everybody. We want to say thank you for helping with VBS this year. Our theme is going to be Breakout, and when you watch this video you should either have the schedule in front of you and your materials. We also wanted your email address because Buster has put all the extra resources in a Google document because there's a lot that you can choose from, and we trust your judgment. If there's any questions about anything that you are not certain about or whatever, just let us know, me or Buster, and we'll get back with you. But we'll just go over the master schedule real quick. So every night 6 to 6:30 in the Family Life Center will be dinner. You guys don't have a part in that, just except eating. And then we'll have praise and worship from 6:30 to 6:40. Buster's probably going to lead that, and we'll probably have some kids on stage singing. We'll also do our offering there. This year for the offering we'll do boys versus girls like always, and our money is going to be used to buy items, and we're going to be creating blessing bags for the homeless. And one day in August on a Wednesday night, the kids are actually going to put the blessing bags together, pray over them, and we will take some of the blessing bag to Ladles of Love in Lillington, which is basically like a soup kitchen, but anybody can eat there, by the way. If you're ever in Lillington, it's right by the river, close to the ABC store. Anyways, that's where it's at. And if you're able to pay, you pay, and if you're not able to pay, you don't. There's no price for lunch. If you don't have the funds, you don't pay anything, and you can pay as much as you want to pay it forward. So we're going to put blessing bags in Ladles of Love, and then the other blessing bags will go to the homeless shelter that we are affiliated with in Fayetteville. All right, that's just in case anybody asks you. You guys should know. And then 6:40 to 7:50. In the years past, we've done a lot of switching, but since the theme of VBS is Breakout, they're going to be going to one room for an hour and 10 minutes. And you'll be doing everything with them in that room. All right, and then at the end they'll have to try to break out of the room to go back to the Family Life Center. So nursery will be in the nursery in the learning center. Pre-K and kindergarten, we're putting them together, will be in the pre-K room. That's across the bathrooms in the learning center. 1st through 5th grade will be in the learning center's children's church room. Now we've put them together, and on the first night Tony has graciously done our registration like she always does. If we see that our numbers are going to be more than 25 in that age group, because that's usually the biggest age group, if we see that we're going to have more than 25, we have a little plan B where we will split, and we'll put the 1st and 2nd graders together, and then 3rd through 5th, and obviously depends on the numbers. But we'll see as we get closer. We don't know what our numbers are going to be this year. Last year when we did VBS, because it was COVID year, we did it just on Wednesday nights. So we split everything up and we did it that way. And then the year before, we had big numbers. And the year before that is when we did the camp out. So we really don't know what our numbers are going to be because, you know, of COVID and everything else. So we'll play it by ear. We'll have to be a little bit flexible. Middle school will be in the Family Life Center upstairs in the room on the left, and high school on the right. And then Jeffrey Carroll's going to do our adults in the main sanctuary. So there's not going to be a lot of switching around. That saves us some time. Plus it goes with the theme of Breakout. And then at 7:50, everybody will go back to the Family Life Center, because I figured if anybody's just going to drop off their kid, that's going to be where they drop them off and where they pick them up. Okay, so Family Life Center at 7:50, with the exception of pre-K, and you'll see that in just a minute. Okay, if somebody asks you, the children will attend the class that they're going to be in the fall. So if they just finished 3rd grade, they're going to be considered a 4th grader in the fall, and that's what age group there goes. So if they're moving up to middle school, they'll go to the middle school class. All right. Okay, so for pre-K, we have Matthew Clark, Adrian Clark. They're going to be our teachers. Paula West and Amy Ammons will do crafts, and then Ashton and Michaela, we're going to ask you to do the puppet show skit, and we'll move the puppet show curtain and the puppets to that room, so it's in there. So there's no right or wrong. This is just a layout. You guys, as the teachers and the leaders of each group, decide how you want to break it up. You know, if you wanted to do the game first and then do the lesson, or do the craft first, it's up to you guys. We trust your judgment. And you know, you have like an hour, a little bit over an hour. And with preschool, probably when they leave the Family Life Center and get into the Learning Center, taking them to the bathroom first might be good. But those are basically the things that you guys are going to do. You'll look at the lessons. In pre-K, I think everybody could be there every night. With all the other groups, some of you have said, you know, I can't be there Thursday, or I can't be there Monday or Wednesday because I have a meeting. That's fine. Work it out with your team. And that's why we try to put 2 to 3 people in each session, so that if there has to be somebody out one day or something happens, we still have somebody there. And then more people will probably say, oh, is there anything I can do to help? And we might send another adult to your room just to be an extra helping hand, and use them, of course, however you see fit. Okay, so 1st through 5th grade, it's going to be Erica, Soraya, and Kristen. And again, these are the things: the memory verse, the lesson, the game, and then there's a second lesson for them, discussion time, and there's an activity page. And then there's a point game. There's a little PowerPoint game that they have to answer questions to break out of the room. That should probably be the last thing, that point game, and we'll get that to you. So those are all those things. 6th through 8th grade will be Edie Denning and Ashley Nelson. And then for high school, it will be Jennifer Santos and Susan Johnson. Now, for the middle and high, Jennifer Bird is going to be leading a breakout box for these groups. So a breakout box is something that we borrowed from the school system, and basically the kids need to figure out clues to be able to open the locks. The locks, some of them have keys, some of them have a number combination, some of them have a directional combination. Jennifer's going to lead that part. So with middle school, your breakout does have to be at the end, and you're going to save about 15-20 minutes for Jennifer at the very end. And then high school, it's going to be at the beginning. All right, so besides that, the order of all the other stuff is up to you. But Jennifer's going to lead that breakout box for you guys. Of course, we'd love for you to stay in the room to help Jennifer out, but she'll lead the breakout box part of the middle and high school lessons. All right. Tony, Miss Debbie, and Paula are going to help with registration and t-shirts. If anybody asks, t-shirts are $10, except for you guys. Just as a little thank you, the church always purchases your shirt for you, and we've already gotten your shirt sizes. They should be here shortly. And you don't have to wear them every night, of course, because you may not want to do laundry every night. But once or twice, or even 3 times during that week would be great. Decorations, Buster and Kendall, Mr. Jimmy and Miss Teresa Tripp are going to do our nursery. And then we got all you guys. I already said, I think. Jeffrey's going to do the adults for us in the main sanctuary. We have our kitchen staff, and then snow cones. And we already have just a few floaters we'll add to it. Now with pre-K, I did forget to mention, I want you guys at 7:40, which is 10 minutes before everyone else, at 7:40 to go ahead and go to the Family Life Center and start getting the pre-K kids their snow cones. That way we'll start the line already. Plus they're a little bit slower because they might need a little bit more help with their snow cones. But everyone else will kind of head that way around 7:50, and we'll do snow cones and maybe a prayer at the end, and then everybody will be dismissed. Again, if you will send Buster or myself your email address, we will get all the resources to you. We do have the printout of the lessons ready for you and the schedule that we've just gone over. But there's a ton of extra resources, and there's no right or wrong. I know sometimes people are scared or just apprehensive about teaching, and what we always tell, just share your love for the Lord with the kids. They'll see it, and that's what matters. And then if you have any questions, just let me or Buster know. And we really do appreciate it, because it does take our town or our whole church to get VBS started. And we know great things are going to happen at this VBS. So we thank you again. Send us your email. Any questions, let us know. Thank you.